Yo, I couldn't even imagine being put in a situation like that, guys.
I need somebody on my Facebook to let me know what this is and how the it happened. Look at this glass. It's supposed to look like that. We gotta grab it by the neck to drink. Look at choke that shit.
I'm just trying to cut sponges. And they will not. What the magic? Like, please go back into the box. Oh my.
What the heck is going on? Why is the sky purple? And it's currently 8:38 p.m. We got this, look. Elsewhere.
I'm stumped, guys. If anyone has any idea what would cause those sponges to keep bouncing out of that little box thing she was throwing them in, please throw it in the comments, because I am dying to know.
Check this out, y'all. This was recorded in Chile. Look how you can see the reflection of this, this, whatever this is, because it don't look like no plane. But y'all see how you can only see the reflection on this side, like that's closer to the sun, and away from the sun, you can't see the reflection of what this thing is. You know what I'm saying? Again, that's on a plane. Check it out again, y'all. As you get closer, oh look, here's the big black rainbow that's usually behind the sun, the big black planet. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But look, as y'all get away from the sun, you can't see the trail. You can't see this. Oh, do you know why? Because of what they're doing that's closer to the sun. If you didn't know, when you get around the sun, there are metals that are actually reflecting the light of the sun. Y'all remember when Bill Gates said that? So there are heavy metals that's actually reflecting the light of the sun back onto the sun. That's why the sun has probably been looking so big as well. So that's why you can see the reflection of this closer to the sun around this area. But when you go down, you can't see the reflection anymore, because all the metals, the heavy metals, are closer to the sun, around the sun. Y'all see that, right? Because of what the sun is doing now.
Chili, you guys have some major explaining to do, because over the course of the last few months, you have had umpteen weird, creepy, crazy, paranormal, strange, unexplainable events coming out of your side of the world. So we want some answers.
They said a man was attacked by a bear. Hey, y'all know what that means, right? When he got attacked by that bear, I think that was his supper.
Did he say a bear? I think I'd have an easier time believing him if he told me it was Freddy Krueger or Wolverine who attacked his truck.
We have got to the point where literally anybody can build a fully working app without knowing how to code. This is Base 44. This is a first look at the current industry-leading AI app builder, and you wouldn't believe the kind of apps that people are creating. Smart nutrition apps, inventory trackers, onboarding tools, you name it. And if the only thing stopping me from making the app is the idea, why not build an app that gives me endless app ideas? So let's make it. Pro tip, I draft the full app spec in ChatGPT, and then I drop the prompt directly into Base 44. It gives me super detailed structure. And here it is. Everything I laid out in detail as it goes. This is pretty awesome, but I want to make it playful. So I'm going to add a swipe left and swipe right interface. The same usability we all know. Now I'm going to add one more feature. So every idea that I favorite will turn into a kickoff prompt to start building the app itself. And that's it. Just come up with your idea, any idea, and Base 44 will do the rest. So go to Base 44 and create apps with your name on it.
We know that running a small business is a big deal. That's why Melio provides the simplest and fastest way to send and receive business payments online with ACH bank transfers. With Melio, you can manage and track all your incoming and outgoing payments seamlessly on one secure platform. Schedule multiple bills at once, add team members, and sync with accounting software to boost your team's productivity. No matter how you choose to pay, your vendors get paid however they prefer and don't need to sign up. Pay vendors in minutes and hold on to your cash longer. Pay, track, and approve payments easily from the Melio app, anytime, anywhere. And the best part? The first 20 ACH payments each month are free when subscribing to our core plan. Start for free today.
This is a real photo of the face peeler who lives in the woods in Peru. These creatures are 7 feet tall and they don't walk, they float around the woods. Very recently, a little girl was taken by them and dragged into the woods, and they were able to get her back by shooting at them. They ended up getting the girl back, but she had cuts all over her face and neck. In the end, she was okay though. But she was severely traumatized, obviously, and she explained what she saw, and it matched the face peeler description. They recently pulled someone out of the ocean, and he had no skin, he had no muscles, he was just a spine and a skull. After doing some investigation, it turned out it was illegal miners on jetpacks. And they were dressed up and they were terrorizing the villagers. This is like Scooby-Doo. And I don't mean miners by like children, I mean gold miners. Like they were trying to scare off the town. This is literally like a Scooby-Doo story. But who knows, maybe there really is a creature out there called the face peeler and the miners were just part of the attacks or a distraction. They could be saying this just to calm down the public, you never know.
AKA, all along, it was just a bunch of guys in costumes flying around on jetpacks, tormenting and torturing these innocent locals. Solid plan, guys. You definitely get an F for effort.
The Denver airport.
Ooh, yes, let's go.
They used to have these murals put up, but they have since taken it down because it got just way too much like, what the heck am I looking at? I'm just going to describe some of the things that were in these murals.
Oh no.
Huge. This is terrible.
Okay.
This was in the airport.
Kids would have seen this.
Yes, everyone would have seen this.
Got it, okay.
Children in coffins.
Oh my gosh.
A forest and a city on fire. A child holding a Mayan tablet depicting the end of the world.
Nice.
What?
A Nazi wearing a gas mask.
What?
Okay.
Holding a sword that was stabbing a dove.
Not tasteful.
There was a mural of the children all over the world who had killed the Nazi, and they were bringing their weapons wrapped in their country's flag to a little German boy.
Why?
Who was at the center of it with a hammer.
What?
Can we just
like a
paint,
hammer, like a communism.
Yeah.
When you tell these stories, I'm often thinking this isn't real, but as you're talking, I'm pulling up every single one of these images.
I'm telling you, this is so terrible. But the one with the Nazi, it was showing like people that were like starving, and there was a woman holding her deceased baby.
Oh my gosh, this
That's
is
what I'm
horrible.
saying.
This is
Like,
horrible.
why is this in the airport?
You're in Colorado. Draw some mountains, buddy.
Oh my
That's what I'm
God.
saying.
Guys, those paintings are nothing. Okay, nothing. They're like down here on a list of things that goes way up there. If you ever want to go down a crazy rabbit hole, check out the Denver airport, guys, and just strap in. What do you think, y'all? CGI / Photoshop, or can dogs or animals in general just see things that we as humans simply cannot?
So this is wild. In Hollywood right now, you are seeing a lot of celebrities losing weight, right? And they're using a supplement called Ozempic, correct? And you're seeing these celebrities' face start to look sucked up like this. Let's have a look at what they're calling this Ozempic face, but there's something a little more crazy to this story. It's not that they're saying it might not actually be what they're saying. But let's have a look at what they're looking at right now. Check this out. So they're saying that these celebrities are, you see the before and after, right? But they're calling it Ozempic face, meaning they got on Ozempic, they lost weight, and now their faces are looking pretty scary, right? But that's not the crazy part. There are whispers, and you guys are going to understand this, there are whispers that these celebrities used to use something else to stay youthful. They were using something else to stay young, but that island got shut down. Now, do you know what I mean? So this might not actually be Ozempic face. This might be because they cannot get access to something else. This is wild, y'all. I'm out.
Sorry, guys. I think my man's reaching just a little too far on this one. I'm pretty sure that that Ozempic face and all those things that's happening in their body is 100% coming from that pill.
Let's try to guess how much these e-com websites built with Wix make. Pokeen.com. Okay, so Pokemon card shops, I know they do super well, especially have like all versions of the cards like it looks like they do. Maybe like 2 million? 4.3 million. Wow, okay, that's impressive. All right, kidsandcoffee.love. Oh, that's a cool idea. It's like an indoor playground and cafe for kids and parents. I mean, I don't know, 500K? 1.5 million. Wow, all right. Modernbreadandbagel.com. So a gluten-free bakery and restaurant. I don't know, I mean, the website looks great, but it can't be more than like a million, right? 3.9 million. Lovehershop.com. So we have women's athleisure. Looks like some high performance leggings and like activewear. I'll go 1.5 million. 1.7 million, okay. Plannercake.com. Okay, so planner stickers to help organization. That's a cool concept. Let's go like 1.6 here. 1.8 million, of course. And all these websites were created on Wix.com. Now they have a new website creation platform, Wix Harmony, where you can generate a full website from a prompt and still have complete control to customize and make it 100% yours. So what's your $1 million business?
Tell Monday what you need. We're creating an agent and naming him Tony. Now let's give him context. I'm giving Tony access to the relevant boards, let's say brand, asset library, production board, and social initiatives. Now he has permissions for what we want him to know, but we still manage his access. So we have full control, and of course, every decision has a human in the loop. Now we let Tony get to work. Let's ask him for social content. He already learned our brand guidelines, our content calendar, and now he's suggesting social content for every channel according to our brand's tone of voice. Awaiting my approval, of course. No code, no consultants, just execution. That's it. 60 seconds work, and my team has an always-on partner for everything we do.
Breaking right now, the Pelican Island Causeway in Galveston is shut down after it was hit by a barge. A train trestle attached to the bridge appears to have collapsed onto that barge. The bridge is closed to public traffic in both directions, though we have seen first responders on the bridge itself over the last few minutes. On top of that, there's now an oil spill in this area. We're still working to learn what caused the barge to hit the bridge, but fortunately, no reports of any injuries at this time.
In all my years of life, I have never, ever heard of a bridge collapsing. And damn sure haven't heard of a bridge collapsing from a boat driving into it. And in the last month and a half, there's been 2. What is going on out there? Does no one else find this odd?
Yo, is this real? You're gonna say no, it's not real. Look at this dude's foot. Lil Wayne is literally a goat. Now hold on, let's back up for a minute. Let's zoom really close into his feet. Yeah, that's really weird, right? The only way this is possible is if his feet are split down the middle like that. Otherwise, that would not work. I also referenced many other pictures of Lil Wayne in his shoes to see what size he wore, to see that's his normal size. So please tell me what's happening in Lil Wayne's shoe. Is he really the GOAT? Before you say AI or Photoshop, I gotcha. I did photo forensics to find out that no, these pictures were not altered from their original state. Not by CGI or Photoshop. It must be AI then, right? No, this is a legitimate picture of Lil Wayne and his feet. Yo, what is going on right now?
Alright, I'll roll with it. Find me just one other picture of his feet looking like that. Bet you can't.
Right there.
Pennywise, are you down there? Are you... The f*** is that?
He's not catching ball with you?
Yeah.
You need someone to play ball?
Shut up. Who are you saying goodnight to? Who?
Good night.
Jagger, there's no one up there.
Who's up there?
Show me.
Who's up there? Who's up there?
Jagger, there's no one up there. He's been talking to that vent and then he was blowing it kisses. And I'm creeped out now. Like, seriously, I'm not joking. I'm so creeped out right now.
Sorry guys, if my parents named me Jager, I'd be messing with them too, non-stop.
Why's she doing that, Ted?
Raises, bro.
You were all doing it.
Yeah, bro. Lasers can't burn through the color blue.
We better hurry up and get that on there.
I painted ours, bro.
I don't know, guys. Your guess is as good as mine on this one. Looks like China knows something that we don't.
World's dirtiest man, who didn't wash for 60 years, died after he finally decided to have a bath. Amu Haji was scared being clean would make him sick, but was so covered in mud that he resembled a rock when he sat still. The 94-year-old lived a simple life between a hole in the ground and a brick hut, which was built by locals. Haji sadly passed away in 2022, a short time after villagers finally persuaded him to take a bath.
You know how I know that this clip is fake? No homeless person in the world would be smoking 4 or 5 cigarettes at one time, okay? A pack of cigarettes is very expensive, and they would be savoring every one of those suckers. Just saying.
Can you really earn a degree without paying anything?
Yes, you can earn a degree at Maestro without paying anything. If you qualify, you receive a scholarship to cover any out-of-pocket expenses, plus you get a free laptop.
And how does that work?
So it's not like a regular college or traditional university. You basically have Maestro, your AI tutor that teaches you at your own pace with your own learning styles.
Sounds super cool. How do I apply?
So just go to maestro.org or click the link below. You'll chat with Maestro and apply for his scholarship. It's that easy.
I know you guys heard about the storm in Houston, but you guys seen how it started? Check this out. Look how dark it gets, y'all. Look at this. Oh my goodness. It's like God's just turned off the lights, y'all. It's like God literally turned off the lights. And this is what happened. Look at that. Just literally a few seconds later, this is the...
It doesn't even like come up as dark as it is. Oh, there we go. That's scary.
So that's really the darkness of it, y'all. Nobody was safe from this. Check this out. Look. So not only Houston was getting bad weather, but Dublin, Texas was also getting it, y'all. Look at this cow, this poor cow getting pummeled by hell. Now check out these huge buildings, y'all. Look at this. Look at what the hell did to these buildings. Torrential rain, non-stop rain. Look at what the hell did to these buildings, y'all. Look at that. Remember this cloud that was just seen in Texas 2 days ago? And then all this weather miraculously happened in Texas? They're just not abducting cows. Look at it, huh? Look at the cows. They're not just abducting cows. What y'all think this is?
Listen, guys, if we can all agree on one thing together, it's definitely that all of this crazy weather has come after that eclipse that we had not too long ago, all right? We also had that anomaly pop up off the coast of Antarctica at that same exact time as well. So, are these things connected? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe not.
I'm sorry, but they just found what? So, there's been a lot of news recently coming out about this planet, K2-18b, where they apparently have actually found signs of life on this planet. Now, stick with me. They are saying there is a chemical compound and a gas, basically, which is coming from this planet, dolmethyl sulfoxide, which is only produced by life forms, which means, you know, there must be something there, right? They've also found other gases, such as methane on this planet, and indications of trees, potentially, so pretty mad. But that's not all. There's been other signs of potential life out there in the universe. Scientists are investigating, so I'll keep you updated on that as well. It's, you know, it's getting crazy. But what I've seen a lot of people saying online is the main theory of the higher powers, the elite, that we're not being told everything, because we're clearly not, right? So the theory that I've seen a lot of people talk about is if they're telling us this, they're saying there could be potentially signs of life out there, what aren't they telling us? Because it's probably not the full thing. Maybe they've already found stuff. Maybe there are things already going on out there that we have no idea about because we're not being told it, so we just don't think there is. Or is there absolutely nothing? They haven't even looked into it, and this is all just a preempt for Project Bluebeam, which I know a lot of people talk about as well. I don't know, but it's pretty crazy. There's a lot of stories coming out on this, so as always, I will keep you updated on this. Now, we're starting off lightly, but this series is going to get pretty wild, so make sure you hit that follow button, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
My man made a very interesting statement. And in case you missed it, he said, yeah, they're telling us that there might be life out there, and there might be this, and there might be that, and which is all good and well, right? But just imagine what they're not telling us. That's what I want to know. Think about that one.
Hasn't happened in America for 221 years has officially begun. Trillions with a T of cicadas, as predicted, have now started their great awakening. Videos show the two broods, which haven't emerged together since 1803, covering trees, sidewalks, fences, and classic America, because the collective noise from their screaming, yes, screaming, is as loud as a freaking jet engine. Some residents in South Carolina have even called the police. Damn right. not in our town. Now, these insects are going to be slowly emerging from now until the end of June. And so for these states worst affected, here's a little fun game to play. Try and spot the zombie cicadas. Hint, they're going to be the ones walking around with their limbs falling off because they were infected with a psychedelic fungus similar to that of magic mushrooms. Oh, and also another sign you can look out for is the infected males will be acting erratic and sus. They'll also try and mate with other males. And that's your guide to surviving the cicada apocalypse. Good luck.
I freaking hate cicadas, y'all. And where I'm from, they're predicting that we're gonna get up to 15 times. Hold up. 15x the amount that we would normally get. So, can't wait for that.
I guess we can touch it now.
What? How?
Base 44. Look, it pulls all our expenses into one place, then breaks down spending by team.
Guys, Nina just built an app.
Impossible.
Nina can't code.
Interesting. Can it generate reports?
It can now.
Nice. That's actually pretty good. If you're going for generic.
How about now?
Oh, that's much better. What about all of our files?
It's already connected to our drive, and our mail, and Slack.
You gotta send this to finance.
Interesting. But it needs editing permission by department.
Sure. Anything else?
Can this thing process invoices?
Can it show cost growth by category?
Is the password protected?
Can it track spending trends?
Only could auto flag overspending.
Hello,
Nice.
AI pen testing has been bullcrap for the last 5 years. Well, until now. Akito's AI pen test unleashes over 200 specifically trained agents to attack your application the same way a hacker or a pen tester would. It applies things like business logic and adjusts its approach based on the responses. And this makes it fundamentally different than just adding some AI to a traditional.
Have y'all heard of this dude? Apparently there's a man in California, in LA or something, that's telling people to evacuate, gang. Well, I did some more research, and I can't believe what I found, gang. So the San Andreas Fault splits California in half, basically. As you can see, you got the San Andreas Fault, you got California, and you got Mexico over there. But guys, this San Andreas Fault is known for creating powerful earthquakes. But what does that even have to do with June 6th? What does that have to do with what Ryan Garfield was talking about? And what does that have to do with this man right here? So this guy has been on TikTok telling people to evacuate California because there's going to be some massive, quake. But bro, what if what he was saying is true, gang? And recent studies have shown that this San Andreas Fault has been cracking and is bound for a massive earthquake anytime soon. So I'm probably wondering, like, what's going to happen if the San Andreas Fault has a massive earthquake and cracks? Guess what, y'all? This half of California right here, closest to the water, is literally going to slide into the water, gang. And y'all, I just realized today that I'm actually like on that other half that's closest to the water. So guys, if this does happen,
¿Qué? No ma.
I'll Swiss cheese. Oh my god.
I wouldn't doubt or discount these Looney Tunes or these nutbags, guys. I mean, even a broken clock gets it right once a day, right?
Hear a scary story? Please. Dyatlov Pass. In 1959, these 9 hikers from Russia went on a hiking expedition to this Siberian wilderness. Anytime they could, they would write a letter
True
back.
story.
And then one day, letters stopped coming in, so they went out there. When they came to the site, the tent had been cut open from the inside out. They went out and they're like, where are these people? They followed these foot tracks, and then they saw one dude.
Man. Where are they? You can put flowers where? Wait up.
When are you gonna make a video?
When am I gonna make a video?
Kind of like peering out of the trees like this.
I just made one yesterday.
They made a film about this whole encounter, right? And if any of you guys are film buffs, especially of the horror genre, go watch this movie ASAP, okay? It's top 5, maybe even top 3 scariest movies I have ever seen, okay?
Great Wall of Tartaria. It may not actually be China. You guys asked me to look into it. I did, and I ain't gonna lie, y'all, I'm interested. Why have I just never even heard the name? You know what I mean? And then I start to look. They have maps with the shit on it. And so I'm like, wait a second, whoa. Why have we just... That's a big area. Why has this never been brought up? And, you know, it could just be cat. I'm like, all right, fuck it, this is probably just a random map. But then I saw this. You don't just make globes and put names on there for no reason. So at some point in time, this was a thing. Now, why was it erased from history? That's the question that we have to have. And that's because whoever wins, they write the history. That's just a thing that we have to accept as a fact. So it's not always going to be true. That's why history sometimes changes, because we uncover shit and we're like, wait a second, that's actually not true. Why was y'all capping about that? And I'm starting to think Tartaria, there's some shit that we need to know about this that was not told to us. And it's not just one map. There's multiple maps with this shit on there. And it's interesting because it stops in like 1550, around there. All of a sudden, they're just never mentioned again. And I mean ever. Like, nobody talks about them. They're not written in the history books. And it's like it didn't even exist. But it obviously existed because look at this shit. I guess their architecture was also way ahead of its time. But for whatever reason, poof, gone. Like magic. And never heard of again until recently. Now,
it's 9
you can say
o'clock.
Conspiracy theories, but why would they have maps with this name on there if it wasn't real?
I've been telling people about Tartaria for years now. But hey, what do I know, right?
I mean, I hit rock bottom, but I make no excuses. My behavior on that video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility for my actions in that video.
That's it? Really? Yo, my man is being accused of the most horrendous, disgusting, vile acts. And that's it? That's what we get? This 15-second generic chat GPT BS apology? What? Thank you for watching, guys. We'll catch y'all next week. Peace.
I like making my podcast. I don't like making short clips of my podcast. So the AI...
So did you guys hear about the Booga sphere that was discovered in the forest in Colombia? Or were you distracted by all the other headlines like I was? And they use AI to decode the language. Wait till you see what it says.
Let's freaking go, y'all. Welcome back to Unreal Reality, guys. Today, I'll be reacting to disturbing TikToks that feel like a fever dream. If y'all are new here, please consider hitting that like and subscribe button so this video gets recommended to others. And with that out of the way, let's jump right into it today, guys.
Wow, so your brain doesn't really know the difference between, say that again?
Between something that happened in real life or something that you strongly visualize.
So you could create enough of a visualization for yourself if you really were to powerfully start to focus on it and do that and build that ability to visualize something that your brain at one point would have to think it's so true that the world would meet you and put it into your life.
I became obsessed with the power of the mind, meditation, visualization, and just realizing how powerful our minds actually are, like how we really do paint our world with our thoughts and our level of self-belief.
I've always visualized better. I always visualize good things. I always visualize victory, success, abundance. I visualize it all and it's all happening.
You can create your life. You can manifest your life into something amazing that you want to do on this beautiful Monday. And I know what I want to do, and I'm doing it, and we are as well.
I am a huge believer in manifesting the things that you want in life. The law of assumption is one of the most powerful tools that you can utilize. So Listen, guys, assume good things and see what happens. What do you got to lose? You can thank me later.
What's up, guys? Hope you guys freaking, I don't know, subscribe.
Like, who even does this? You know what I'm saying? Like, how stupid can you be? I'm sorry, guys, but if you let some random stranger in your home with their pet and allow them to spend the night with you, you, sir, might need more help than that random stranger does.
How did humans make this? Right? This is a microprocessor. That's a human hair. The width of a human hair. Look how deep this goes. How, as human beings, have we been even able to come close to making something like this? You think, oh, that's amazing. Like, he's gone in quite far there. It just keeps going and going. Look how far this goes. How did we make this? Like, what process did... It blows my mind. It just keeps on going.
It just keeps on going.
Look at that.
I think that's AI.
And then the zoom out. And that was all just right in there. And that's the human hair.
Yeah, guys, so the process is called photolithography, and it's nowhere near as crazy as my man's making it out to be. In fact, there's a gentleman on YouTube who makes his own microchips just like this, and all he uses is a high-resolution projector and a fancy microscope. So, pretty far stretch from alien tech, if you ask me, guys.
NASA finds human-shaped statues. What? Human-shaped statues.
Okay, so when I bought this house last year, this shelving was left, and I never moved it because it goes all the way to the ceiling. And last night it was discovered that there is in fact not just a wall, but there's a hidden door behind the shelving. It's all taped up. So the question is like, do I crack it open? Like, what if there's like squirrels or something? Like, I don't know. But also, what if there's treasure?
What if there's treasure?
Another door? What the?
What if there's treasure? What if there's treasure? What if there's treasure? What if there's not treasure? There's people wearing a murky.
This would be above your pantry area.
Where there's people wearing murky.
Oh my god, it is a stairwell.
Obviously. Oh shit, there's a lot of space over here.
Really?
Eso nada que usted sabe, ma.
Oh.
She's an.
Oh.
She is an angel. To be honest, she is an angel.
Dang!
But.
That's actually pretty cool.
But I was doing.
Big reveal. I should like see lights.
There's something in the middle of this right here that's sagging.
You gotta love how our only two options were squirrels and treasure. Like, honey, those are probably the least of your worries of what might be, lurking up there. But hey, at least they got a little bit of extra square footage.
A young girl has a condition so rare, doctors believe she might be the only person in the world with it. Because of a unique chromosome 6p deletion, she doesn't feel pain, gets no sense of hunger, and barely needs any sleep. Once, she was hit by a car and dragged down the road, yet stood up and walked away without a single tear. Another time, she went days without eating and felt completely fine. Her baffling case is helping scientists explore the mysteries of the human brain and genetics.
Yes! That's awesome!
You might not know this, but the longest walking route in the world goes from South Africa to Argentina. Starting in Cape Town, South Africa, you go through African countries with the final point in Egypt, then enter Asia through Israel. From there, you pass through Asia and reach Turkey and Europe, then to Georgia and into Russia. Crossing desolate and freezing lands, you'll reach the Bering Strait. In winter, it freezes over, and you continue the journey into Alaska, USA. From there, head down through Canada, then the US. The next country is Mexico, then into Central America. Once you get through Central America, you'll face the Darien Gap, one of the most dangerous jungles in the world. After that, you'll make it into South America and head to the final destination in Puerto Almanza, Argentina. The total distance is 50,000 kilometers, going through some of the hardest roads in the world like the Darien Gap, or freezing places like Siberia in Russia and Alaska in the US.
Have you ever seen
It's estimated to take nearly 10 years to complete. A journey full of challenges, but also full of experiences.
Come on, get it, dude.
Ah, yes. 50 miles of ice, cartel paradise, the U.S. border, not one, not two, but 3 war zones, and the Sahara Desert. Guys. Good luck.
Donate.
Go! Go!
That's that time.
Go for it. Do whatever you need to do.
I hope that when this clown has his day in court, the judge is not one of his golfing buddies and decides to throw the freaking book at this guy and make an example out of him.
Oh my god!
What the hell?
Hey.
How many put the screen?
I put 5 on the other one.
Look,
So did you guys hear about the Buga sphere that was discovered in the forest in Colombia? Or were you distracted by all the other headlines like I was? And they use AI to decode the language. Wait till you see what it says. So on Thursday, May 1st, Jose Velasquez is an X-ray specialist, and he did a series of X-rays on this. They claim that this fell after it received a 10,000 volt discharge. Now they say they are 16 microspheres inside, and there are 3 layers of different densities. This is the most outer edge. So he is saying that means they are different materials. So they say the dark toned material is less dense, and they believe that it is possibly a porous material. Now the people in Buga claim that this was flying around their town back in March, and that it actually was recovered back on March 2nd. And that when they touched it, it had the temperature of a refrigerator. Now they counted 32 points around the edge, that the materials used altogether for this seem to be different metals, but they have ruled out the fact that this is ornamental because they believe that the way it was built was to definitely house whatever is inside. It seems too intentional to be simply ornamental. Now, the X-ray expert says it appears to have no welds or joints, and that this is absolutely different from anything he has ever studied in the past. But the guy who claims to have found it said that he was contacted by the government, but he refused to sign it over because it would never be seen again. So I'm guessing he just turned it over to a team of scientists. But they're saying even in the X-rays, there are no visible signs of any techniques by humans. So interpreting the text through AI, it says the origin of birth through union and energy in the cycle of transformation, meeting point of unity, expansion, and consciousness, individual consciousness. So what do you guys think?
Who remembers the Vince Vaughn and Ben Stiller movie where they had the alien invasion in their town? Do you guys remember they found like this silver metallic sphere? Long story short, it turned out to be one of the aliens' weapons, but like it is freakishly identical to this Buga sphere that they found in Colombia. So I don't know, guys.
Okay, let me tell y'all about my experience on this bridge here, the Lake Pontchartrain Causeway, aka the bridge that will have you questioning your GPS and your life choices. So boom, I'm driving in Louisiana, minding my business, and then I get to a bridge and my GPS says continue straight for 24 miles. And I was cool until I realized that was a straight 24 miles over water, with literally no exit, no shoulders, just me and the Lord. So the Lake Pontchartrain Causeway is the longest bridge over water in the world, y'all. She is 24 miles of don't look to the left, don't look to the right, keep your eyes on the road and your hands on the wheel. Because, baby, once you get there, there is no turning back. You are in it to win it.
Fuck that noise. I would have had the biggest panic attack ever, and probably mid-bridge. This right here is one of those types of bridges where if I couldn't find an alternate route to get around it, I wouldn't even go to wherever I was going. Let's check out this next bridge of terror.
You telling me you motherfuckers decided to build a bridge underneath water? Count me out. All I can think about is what if that motherfucking tunnel flood? What if something in the ocean decided to crash into that motherfucking bottom? What if it's a traffic jam underneath that motherfucker? I hope you know how to swim. If the person in front of you run out of gas, shit, what if you run out of gas yourself? I'm sure something like this has to have constant maintenance going to it because it's not only one on the water, but it looks like this too. Depending on your speed, it could be a long time underwater or a short time. Count me out. Call me what you wanna, but just don't call me bro. And if you're having second thoughts about going underneath that motherfucker, take that long ass U-turn and take your ass back. This would probably be me. Like that space is so open you can see boats going across that mother. That's how you truly know it's underneath water. Yeah, Chesapeake Bay will definitely not be on my list of travels. With just my luck, yeah, y'all can keep this motherfucker. Shit, how was they even able to build that motherfucker underneath water? The world will never know.
Talk about a panic attack on level 1000, okay? The Chesapeake Bay Bridge Tunnel is just not for the weak, guys. And how do they even build a tunnel underwater in the first place? Hang on a sec, guys. I am so sorry to interrupt, but I just had to jump in and let you all know the merch store is live and open, okay? The link is down below in the description. Do not, I repeat, do not go right now. Wait for the video to finish, okay? We got tees, we got mugs, we got hoodies. Go get yourself one, or hell, get yourself one of each. It's a fantastic way to show support, and I just want to say I am so sorry that it took so long. I wanted to make sure that we are using only the best quality products for you guys, all right? The level that these are on the same type of level that you would see in like a high-end streetwear brand, okay? So that is my gift to you guys. I love you all so much. The link is down below in the description, and back to the regularly scheduled programming.
I'm gonna do it sideways.
Rat, there it is. See it right there? It's near those red leaves. It's coming up underneath. That red leaf branch there, just inside the woods. Hey! It's coming up to that green part. It's in the open right there. It didn't turn on the thing, it just kept going. That's behind where the poles are.
I mean, I don't want to pass judgment, but like, he just doesn't strike me as the kind of guy who's posting fake or hoax content to TikTok. There is one of two things going on here. Either one, he is a phenomenal editor, or two, he just found the entrance to the real life Upside Down.
This is absolutely crazy. They moved Annabelle to West Virginia State Penitentiary. Keep in mind, this is no longer an active prison. It's a tourist attraction known for its paranormal activity. And they're like, let's bring the scariest thing we got on deck to this place. There was 90 executions and hundreds of inmate deaths at this penitentiary. They've been opening up her case, which you're not supposed to open, and letting people interact
I'm waiting for
with
the tacos. The tacos are supposed to come right
to
now.
get a whole lot crazier. When I say this is a hot spot, I don't mean that lightly. If you go there, you
Tacos are supposed to get here in a bit.
see shadows, see objects move. If there's any ghosts in this world, it's definitely at this penitentiary.
Oh snap, we got more people watching.
For psychic research,
right.
but I honestly think it's because they're so desperate to sell movie tickets, and we all know The Conjuring is going to come out soon.
Let's do more of them.
Like, what's the craziest thing we've got? And Annabelle was it. This is all PR for their movie. They say they have safety measures in place, but if it's not Ed and Lorraine, you guys are absolutely screwed.
That's crazy!
Alright, every time someone comments, every time someone likes, every time someone comments, we'll go ahead and put a lemon, or put a... Wait up.
Sweet. Yeah, sure. He looks real cute doing the Running Man, right? Give him a couple weeks and he'll be running after us. Tesla is really out here turning the Terminator into a musical.
No!
I recently
avoid.
after talking to my friends and watching a TikTok of someone getting caught for academic dishonesty that most people do not understand Wi-Fi. Not just Wi-Fi, but technology in general. So I'm going to teach you some things that you should know about Wi-Fi usage. First of all, the owner of the Wi-Fi can see a lot of what you're doing on their Wi-Fi. This includes school Wi-Fi. If you're using ChatGPT, check anything on your school's Wi-Fi, the school can see it. School Wi-Fi specifically, when you accept the terms and conditions, can see a lot more than regular Wi-Fi owners, so you should really be careful about doing anything on your school's Wi-Fi. Number two is things do not delete just because you deleted it in your search history. There are some routers where that might be a different story, but for the most part, it will show in the Wi-Fi history if the admin chooses to get access to it. Most of the time, with so much information still unloaded, if you're doing something weird, now again, most people are not looking through their Wi-Fi router history, but if something happens that causes them to
Right, boy.
will be able to see all this. So just be careful of what you're doing with the Wi-Fi routers you don't own.
Aw, the paranoia is so cutesies. But while you were over there worried about ChatGPT on your school's Wi-Fi, the phone in your pocket done sold
Yeah,
your
but I'm
soul to
gonna,
about 12 ad
I'm gonna, what's it
agencies
called?
and a haunted toaster to a data forum somewhere
I'm
in
gonna do it like
Romania,
this.
so
Watch.
There's
Wait
that.
up.
That young man that lost his life for playing ding dong ditch, that is not on that homeowner.
I'm gonna do it like
It's
this.
3
Every
a.m.
time someone comments, we're gonna put a rubber band on there.
Playing ding dong ditch in the middle
But
of the morning.
people
That
probably
man
aren't
is
even gonna
asleep.
comment on it. They're calling you
He
Vanessa.
probably got family.
They're calling
and
you.
y'all playing at 3 in the morning. Now I am sorry that this young man did not make it to his prom, not to his graduation. But y'all ass should have been at home. 3 a.m. is not
Is that from you?
playtime hours.
Oh, here.
That is time for you to be sleeping. You're playing a TikTok game.
If you wanna do
And
it
you're
here, you
at
could.
people's
I'll put the
house
camera
at
so you
3 in the
could.
morning playing ding dong ditch. Yeah,
I
it's
know.
liable to happen. Now that is the state of Virginia, and they're
I mean,
gonna
you
have
could
to
put the
prove
rubber band on
if
there
he
if you
was
want,
actually
Vanessa.
in a fear of his life.
But just put one at a time so that people,
It's 3 a.m.
so that
and I hear
people, so
moving
that you
around
don't
my
just
house.
fly through the,
I'm gonna think I'm getting broken into.
through the
I'm
lemon.
gonna feel like I need to defend myself.
There you go.
And in the dark, you can't tell who is who. You
In
can't.
the comments right here?
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Oh
you
look,
lost
someone did put a
life,
comment.
But you play
I just stumbled
stupid
across
games, you win
your life
stupid
from
prizes,
Australia.
And sometimes
Put a
you may
rubber
lose
band.
your life.
They
I say it all the
commented.
time, guys. You
They
play
commented.
stupid games, you
Make sure you
win
don't drop
stupid prizes. What do you think? Should this man be in jail, or do you think he was well within his rights for what he did? I want to know what you guys think. Let me know down below.
Newly surfaced CCTV footage from the devastating Myanmar earthquake has captured a fault line moving for the first time ever. video shows a sudden horizontal ground shift, evidence of a strike slip fault. In this case, Myanmar's 750-mile-long Sagaing Fault ruptured near the surface.
They're telling you to go eat. You didn't eat yet?
I did with my mom.
It is terrifying.
Crazy. Someone either just lost or gained about 15 feet of property. And how bad is that plumbing straight? I gotta admit it, y'all. This footage is quite literally groundbreaking.
This is the problem with the world. Why the hell are men shaving off their eyelashes right now? Videos have been going viral of guys using electric razors, scissors, or even getting their barbers to cut off their eyelashes. And I'm not gonna lie, it is painful to watch. The claim is that men are doing this as part of a trend to look more masculine, because having long dark eyelashes has been associated with femininity for centuries. But here is the crazy part. Not only is there little to no evidence that this is an actual trend, but the way that it is being twisted is genuinely shocking. CNN wrote a 1,300-word article on the subject, but only 250 words were actually about the trend, and the other 1,000 plus words was talking about the rise of masculine energy and dropping names like Andrew Tate. BuzzFeed's article was titled "As If Masculinity Couldn't Be More Fragile Right Now," and Vice called them insecure men. Online, things were even worse. Comments read, "How pathetically insecure do you have to be in order to shave your own eyelashes in an effort to prove your masculinity? This is the height of toxic masculinity." Point is, go look yourself. There is only a handful of TikToks posted not by the keeping off their eyelashes right now. Videos have been going.
The video shows a sudden horizontal ground shift, evidence of a strike slip fault. In this case, Myanmar's 750-mile-long Sagaing Fault ruptured near the surface. Mother Nature truly is terrifying.
Crazy. Someone either just lost or gained about 15 feet of property. And how bad is that plumbing straight? I gotta admit it, y'all. This footage is quite literally groundbreaking.
This is the problem with the world. Why the hell are men shaving off their eyelashes right now? Videos have been going viral of guys using electric razors, scissors, or even getting their barbers to cut off their eyelashes. And I'm not gonna lie, it is painful to watch. The claim is that men are doing this as part of a trend to look more masculine, because having long dark eyelashes has been associated with femininity for centuries. But here is the crazy part. Not only is there little to no evidence that this is an actual trend, but the way that it is being twisted is genuinely shocking. CNN wrote a 1,300-word article on the subject, but only 250 words were actually about the trend, and the other 1,000 plus words was talking about the rise of masculine energy and dropping names like Andrew Tate. BuzzFeed's article was titled "As If Masculinity Couldn't Be More Fragile Right Now," and Vice called them insecure men. Online, things were even worse. Comments read, "How pathetically insecure do you have to be in order to shave your own eyelashes in an effort to prove your masculinity? This is the height of toxic masculinity." Point is, go look yourself. There is only a handful of TikToks posted not by the men themselves, but by other accounts making the masculine claim. And not only that, but there's also a way older trend where some women would be shaving off their eyelashes in order for them to grow back faster and thicker. So for all we know, these men ironically might be trying to get longer eyelashes. On ITV's video on the subject, one of the top comments was, "Barber here, I can confirm this is not happening, nor is it a trend." Yet we have some of the biggest publications in the world using these few videos as an opportunity to criticize men and masculinity in general. And these are the same people and media outlets that often push for body positivity and champion freedom of expression. But what they didn't include in their 1,000 words is the genuine crisis that young men are facing right now. The number of 18 to 30-year-old male virgins has doubled in the past 10 years. In the last 5
5 years alone, the number of males aged 16 to 24 who are unemployed and not in education has increased by a staggering 40%, while females of the same age only 7%. And for those young men who are in work, that gender pay gap, which you hear about all the time, has reversed. For the first time, young men are now out-earned by their female peers, including among the university educated. So there's no denying that young men are struggling with something right now. But I don't think it's the eyelashes. Ha! Gay!
Have you remote viewed Antarctica yet?
Oh, I have. And that's where another remote viewer kicked me out.
One comment.
Found me and I was like...
Yeah, they don't...
One comment equals one...
viewers is, it would be like an
including among the university
one
educated.
comment
So there's no denying that young men are struggling with something
rubber
right
band
now. But I don't
on
think
the
it's the
lemon.
eyelashes.
One comment
Have you remote viewed Antarctica
equals
yet?
one rubber band
and that's
on
where
the
another
lemon.
remote viewer kicked me out.
One comment.
Found me and I was like...
Yeah, they don't...
One comment equals one rubber band on the lemon.
I'm now outside, and I was just confused. And so what I did was I cloaked myself, which essentially is putting like an invisibility cloak around your astral body. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, depends on their consciousness level. And I went back into the base, so I stepped in behind him, and with any remote viewer, you have a grounding cord, and that grounding cord leads the astral body back to the physical body. So what I did was I followed this guy's grounding cord down the hall, so behind him, and then I went into this tiny room, like we're talking very small room, and there was two men in military fatigues, and both of them in these military fatigues were like this, they were slumped over. And so in that moment I realized, oh, these are their remote viewers. So they're sitting in the base physically, and then they're patrolling the base astrally. And that was my first experience learning that, okay, I gotta be careful because I can't just go anywhere and do whatever I want.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
All I'm gonna say is that if she made all of that up and none of it's true, homegirl needs serious help. Like she needs serious professional psychiatric help. Who knows? Maybe it is real, guys. Maybe she's not lying. What do y'all think? Drop your comments down below, guys.
Who knows?
Paintings on the bottom of swimming pools should be illegal. Part 2. Seriously though, why would anybody draw a freaking Jaws shark on the bottom of a swimming pool? Why would you have this done in your own house? Why would you have this to where when it's completely full of water, because it's drained right now, when it's completely full of water, when you look under the water, you see this giant shark? Why? Why would you do that? Like, are you just a glutton for punishment? Like, I don't understand why anyone would do that. I would never go anywhere near these pools that have freaking things drawn on them. What is wrong with you?
Who knows?
This is a public pool. This is a public pool, and you are traumatizing children and adults by doing this. Why? This one's kind of goofy looking, but I still would cry if I saw it underwater. You think this one's cute. It's like dolphins, right? But actually dolphins are kind of evil. Did you know that orca whales are actually just giant dolphins that have different colored skin? Did you know that? Like, orcas are just black and white dolphins. And you know how evil they are. So I don't like this either. And the cherry on top, someone put a giant whale eye mosaic in their pool. Don't even get me started on black bottom pools. Who completely decides to make their entire pool tiled with black so it looks like the abyss? Who? Why?
Hey, honey, I got a great idea. Let's turn our refreshing, clear-looking pool water into something that resembles motor oil. Said no one ever.
Okay, there's nobody here, right? Nobody here. What is that? Because it is not me. This is me leaving, closing the door. Look at that. And close the door back, opening. And nobody's there. But yet. Hi.
Mm-hmm. And that right there is exactly why you will never, ever catch me working in the psych ward of a hospital. Or any part of any hospital, for that matter, guys. No thank you.
This is what people in the 80s thought we'd look like in the future.
Greetings, 20th century people.
Tomorrow's World, a UK series focused on future technologies, once aired a segment imagining what humans might look like decades from now. Now that we're living in that future, let's see how accurate they were.
I'm wearing part of the gear of the future. Well, it may look like today's, but it's not what it seems. The suit is chemically treated to make it thermosensitive. It absorbs heat when you're hot, thus cooling you down, and releases it again when you're cold, so you maintain a constant temperature. Well, I don't have much in my pockets. A few smart cards, holograms of my family, and we've finally solved the problem of lost keys. Don't have any in the first place. Each unique fingertip opens all the different doors in my life when I press them against pattern recognition pads. I also carry my doctor round with me. A tiny biosensor under my tongue analyzes chemical changes in my saliva and radios any changes that I ought to know about to my tie, which changes colour so I can intercept most illnesses before they become a problem. And I carry my office round with me as well. Now, this isn't just a watch or just a TV phone. It's if you look, it might have Maggie underneath. Wave, Maggie. It's also satellite connected, so I can receive information, any information I want, from any computer I have access to around the world. And I carry a printer for that information in my briefcase, so that when I get a message, it all prints out like that. But oh, what else have I got in here? How about this for a bit of future entertainment? This is my 3D TV, and I can shut out the world for the brief moments that I'm still stuck on mass public transport systems. Well, we take full responsibility for our predictions, so someone will be back in 20 years' time to analyse just what happened to tomorrow's person.
I mean, aside from the suit, they was pretty spot on. Biometrics, smartwatches, credit cards, it's all within the realm, guys. That's all I got this week, y'all. Leave us a comment. Let us know your thoughts. Smash that like and subscribe button. Fam, the merch store is open.
Fam, the merch store is open.
CCTV cameras in this building caught this man going up the stairs. Yet still, what happens next is a pure glitch in the matrix. He accidentally walked below the tiles on the floor. This is impossible, but we saw it happen for ourselves and was caught on camera. The man in the video also realized for himself what just happened. He walks backwards and tries it again.
So what planet are we on now, y'all? So y'all just gonna act like this is a normal thing now? Since when were deers white? So now...
Let's freaking go, y'all. Welcome back to Unreal Reality, guys. Today, we're going to take a look at some creepy videos that have me on high alert. If y'all are new here, please consider hitting that like and subscribe button so this video gets recommended to others. And with that out of the way, let's jump right into it, y'all.
I do have news directly from the President of the United States that was just shared with me in the Oval Office. From President Trump directly, an update on the New Jersey drones. After research and study, the drones that were flying over New Jersey in large numbers were authorized to be flown by the FAA for research and various other reasons. Many of these drones were also hobbyists, recreational, and private individuals that enjoy flying drones. In time, it got worse due to curiosity. This is not the enemy.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm believing this one, guys. I mean, if that was the case all along, like, why not just tell us that months ago?
I'm telling you right now, they can kill me for saying it, but under no circumstance is a military helicopter, especially a fucking Black Hawk, gonna accidentally crash into a commercial plane. Like, there's no way. And get this, the call sign on the helicopter was PAT 25. That means priority air transport. So what's on that helicopter, you know? Obviously something's not adding up here.
This is crazy, guys. I don't want to sound like a conspiracy theorist or anything, but like, if that plane was in fact carrying organs, someone went through a hell of a lot of trouble to make sure that it doesn't get to whomever it was supposed to go to. Just saying, guys.
At this time, we don't know why the military aircraft came into the path of the PSA aircraft. And here's what I can share at this early stage. American Eagle Flight 5342, operated by PSA Airlines, traveling from Wichita, Kansas to Reagan National Airport, was involved in an accident just before 9 p.m. local time on final approach into Reagan National. It collided with a military aircraft on an otherwise normal approach.
This is just a crazy situation, guys. You got the airlines blaming the army. You got the army blaming the airlines. And just think, we are literally only 32 days into this new year, guys. Wild.
I'm just gonna say it. This shouldn't exist. This place shouldn't be here. Machu Picchu isn't even the only city in the area that's 8,000 feet high. Yana Picchu is even higher. Before we try and explain how they got the rock to do that, you gotta explain why it was a priority to put doorways that go nowhere in the temple. This rock right here is what really gets me though. How do you get that up there? How did they know the same techniques as another culture across the globe? Why is the older stuff more advanced than the newer stuff? I don't see iPhones getting worse. I wouldn't know how to get water up here, but their fountains still work. We only know how they did it because we 3D scanned it. Not only did they know how to get it up there, they delivered it to the citizens via art. No one gives these guys enough credit. They thought these were for food, or like grain, grinding grain up. They fill up with water one day and someone notices the angle at which they reflect. We built them to observe sections of the sky during specific times of the year through the windows of the surrounding building. And then we realized the whole place is aligned to the sky, celestial events. Here's the deal, when someone comes in and takes all your stuff, then enslaves your people, they get to write your story and make your people look like idiots. South America, Africa, India. Strange that they all have some form of this guy. All of them just so happen to have the most unexplainable stuff. Utterly unsatisfactory explanations for what it was. All of which make the natives look inferior. Tell you what doesn't lie. A big old rock.
Yeah, guys, I feel like we need to give past civilizations way more credit than we actually give them. Some of that DIY tech stuff they had is just out of this world. Literally out of this world.
This is the terrifying moment hundreds of spiders appear to rain down from the sky. The nightmare scene took place in Brazil, with the 8-legged crawlers seemingly falling from the sky in a bizarre phenomenon. The explanation behind it is an odd one, with experts concluding the spiders were having a spider mating orgy, where the spiders fertilized their eggs.
Look, I had Brazil on my bucket list until right now, alright? Spider orgies falling from the sky? Are you kidding me? Talk about a new fear unlocked, y'all.
Why did you close down at 7:30 when it says 8? 7:30. But your sign says 8.
Just shut the door, lock it. Shut the door, lock it. Lock it. It's okay. I'm sorry, it's okay. Hi.
It's not okay. So give me the number to your corporate office.
See, I told you she doesn't understand what you're saying.
Oh, really? That's funny. She understands me just fine.
What's that young girl's name? The one with the ponytail.
And the visor.
It's in the...
She was just standing here next to you. Yeah.
The one with the ponytail, she's skinny. She's going to get fired. And she's going to curse and say F you and all that when she closed the door. She's getting fired.
Why did you guys close the kitchen at 7:30 when the sign says 8?
What is her name? Then get her over here. We want her name. She's getting fired. I'm coming back over here. That's her right there.
Oh, she's definitely losing a job for this one, guys. Little Becky with the ponytail is 100% getting canned after this stunt. I mean, unless of course her family like owns the joint. You know, that might be her only saving grace.
This is not what the people of Western North Carolina need. Today is Wednesday, January 29th, and there is a wildfire that is now out of control in this area in Western North Carolina. The local media, they are covering it, but you are not seeing this story on CNN, MSNBC, or even Fox, but it's a big deal. They are ordering evacuations. High winds are in the area. They say the fire started because of a downed power line, and that caused the fire to erupt, and it's tripled in size within the last few hours. Now, the bad thing, this is in the same exact area where people are still suffering from Hurricane Helene. People are still trying to get their lives back together, and now some of them, they're dealing with evacuations because of a wildfire. Make sure you're following me right here, everybody. Follow me here. Subscribe here. I'll bring you the latest. I'll make a new video. Hopefully they're able to control this, but right now, that's not the case.
What a shame, guys. These poor people of North Carolina cannot catch a freaking break. I'd say, you know, it's time to get up and move, but like, where do you go to? The whole damn country is a mess.
Breaking space news, absolutely insane and announced this morning. Scientists sent a spacecraft to an asteroid 63 million kilometers away, grabbed a chunk of it and brought it back to Earth. And they've analyzed the sample, and the results of what is on this asteroid are in. Basically, scientists think that this asteroid used to be part of a much bigger object, like an ancient planet or moon in the early solar system, and this chunk broke off from it. On Earth, life uses these 20 amino acids to create proteins. They found 14 of these 20 amino acids on this asteroid. Also, you know these 5 nucleotide bases used to make DNA and RNA? Guess how many of these 5 were discovered on the asteroid? All of them. They found all 5 of the building blocks for DNA and RNA on this asteroid. They also found 11 different minerals that form as water-containing salt evaporates. Salt water. It's also rich in carbon, nitrogen, and other organic compounds that are essential to life as we know it. All of this means that the object that this asteroid came from had the building blocks for life and probably a salty ocean. It was probably an ancient ocean world, and this asteroid is just a messenger carrying on its history. It's also possible that asteroids just like this are what brought life to Earth in the first place.
Yeah, so long story short, somewhere out there, there's an Earth 2.0, and we are definitely not alone, guys.
It's also possible that asteroids just like this are what brought life to Earth in the first place.
Yeah, so long story short, somewhere out there, there's an Earth 2.0, and we are definitely not alone, guys.
Hey, hold up.
The color blue was never written down.
Weird.
Like in the Bible and like all this, like blue was never a word.
They didn't have a word for that color?
No. And so, but like when they would describe like the ocean and stuff like that, they would describe it as like a green.
What?
And yeah. And so the theory is if you can't connect a word with a color, can you not see that color? And so they did an experiment.
That's crazy.
They did an experiment in this tribe in somewhere in Africa. It was like the Bush people.
Yeah.
And they also have never heard the word blue. And so they gave, it's this graph of like 12 squares, and they're all green, right? And then there's one that's like a bluish green, but it's like very different. Like all of us would be like, oh yeah, that one's different. And they had these people look at it, and they were staring at it, and it took them so long to figure out which color was different, because they don't know what to look for in the blue. They're like, find the one that's different. It was weird.
Yeah. I don't get it, because it would most certainly like stick out, almost like a sore thumb, right? And they would eventually connect the dots, wouldn't they? And realize that one is out of sorts, so that has to be the one that, right? I don't know, guys.
At this point, it just seemed like California cannot get right at all. Like, y'all, what the is really going on? I need help understanding this. Parts of LA is now experiencing flood warnings. Flood warnings. Now they say people is in risk of toxic ash fallout. Like, what?
For our coverage of Los Angeles County wildfires. And residents are continuing that long road to recovery, but now they're starting to be worried about flooding and mudslides because it is raining in that area.
Mudslides?
Fire department shows that the rain causing a small flow of fire debris. Much of Southern California is under a flood watch until later this afternoon. The rain is much needed for this area, but the ground is so dry that officials
It is, but where it come from?
A little bit of water can cause a whole lot of flooding.
Typically causes it to be a lot more susceptible to erosion.
There's nothing left holding the soil in place, so even one drop of rain will come down 7 times faster than it typically would have prior to this fire.
If you want to hear me go more in depth on this situation in California and just longer videos in general, all you got to do is to my channel. You know what to do. I'm finna make a video right now.
32 days, guys. 32 extremely long and extremely strange days is all we've seen this year. I can't even fathom what the rest of the year is going to shake out to be like, guys.
Just got my nails done, and I have immediately started acting different. You know?
Damn!
Alright, so that's the Osiris Temple in Egypt layout right here. This is a computer chip. This is going to be another computer motherboard right here, and this is the Mayan pyramids in Mexico. That's because all these ancient civilizations were highly in tune with energy, and they knew how to harness it. This lady's using a computer right here. Here she is again typing on it. This is a computer all day. All their temples are laid out like CPU hard drives and computer RAMs. You can see right here these dots on the inside of this blueprint. That's going to be the capacitors inside your computer board. So again, these are 4 temple blueprints back to back to back. These are all ancient electrical grids. You see right here on the side of the temple, you got these cylinder columns right here. These are capacitors, right? They store electrical energy in the temple. They're going to be the same capacitors that are on all your circuit boards right here on the left and up here on the right, and 3 of them next to each other. All their temples were laid out using sacred geometry, harmonic resonances, and magnetism, okay? They poured all these structures on site. They found the chemical formulas to match sandstone perfectly, and they were able to form these stone structures mixing the mud right there on site. Every single one of the pillar columns that are inside the temple right there and on the outside of these walls act as integrated circuit chips, right? These are what the columns are. It's the support column right there on your temples. And look at this history of architecture right on the outside that form that circuit right there. This is one of the articles in it. The pyramid right here lines up perfectly with a computer chip. Here's your computer chip for reference right here. And here's another ancient aerial view of a civilization. This was all lined up and laid out to allow the electrical flow to run through these cities through wireless, local telecommunications, whether it was through water, sound, electricity, magnetic fields. This is how they powered these cities. This is another temple in Egypt. The blueprints right below it. You can see the pillar columns are going to be those dots right there. The pillars are ionic pillars. They all hold a charge. That's why every single ancient structure is held up by pillars, and that's how they were powered. Each column contains quartz, and when this force is applied upon these pillars, it generates a voltage or electricity. This can be used to store information inside these pillars, the same way we store data inside quartz crystals.
I'm sorry, guys, but if we're not living in a simulation, what in the hell did we just see? Are there any computer guys in the chat? Any tech guys? Can you guys confirm or...
Computer board. Again, these are 4 temple blueprints back to back to back. These are all ancient electrical grids. You see right here on the side of the temple, you got these cylinder columns right here. These are capacitors, right? They store electrical energy in the temple. They're going to be the same capacitors that are on all your circuit boards right here on the left and up here on the right, the 3 of them next to each other. All their temples were laid out using sacred geometry, harmonic resonances, and magnetism, okay? And they poured all these structures on site. They found the chemical formulas to match sandstone perfectly, and they were able to form these stone structures, mixing the mud right there on site. Every single one of the pillar columns that are inside the temple right there and on the outside of these walls act as integrated circuit chips, right? These are what the columns are. It's the support column right there on your temples. And look at this history of architecture right on the outside that form that circuit right there. This is one of the articles in it. The pyramid right here lines up perfectly with a computer chip. Here's your computer chip for reference right here. And here's another ancient aerial view of a civilization. This was all lined up and laid out to allow the electrical flow to run through these cities through wireless, local telecommunications, whether it was through water, sound, electricity, magnetic fields. This is how they powered these cities. This is another temple in Egypt. The blueprints right below it. You can see the pillar columns are going to be those dots right there. The pillars are ionic pillars. They all will hold the charge. And that's why every single ancient structure is held up by pillars, and that's how they were powered. Each column contains quartz. And when this force is applied upon these pillars, it generates a voltage or electricity. This can be used to store information inside these pillars, the same way we store data inside quartz crystals.
I'm sorry, guys, but if we're not living in a simulation, what in the hell did we just see? Are there any computer guys in the chat? Any tech guys? Can you guys confirm or deny if chips actually do look like this? This is just mind-blowing, guys.